Fellow YouTube watchers out there, I haven't done an original YouTube video in a while. I'm going to do one with my GE Super Radio 3. I think I did one on the AM frequency last year. I'm going to do one again on the AM frequency this year. Mainly just because I feel like it. It's not plugged in to the wall like last year. Well, actually the one last year wasn't either. I'm going to be going from left to right on the dial. Starting down at all the way to the left and try to see if we can recognize any of the stations. I'll definitely probably have a little more volume, because I don't think the last one I did, sometimes we're a little afraid of those copyright things that YouTube does to us. So this is again the GE Super Radio 3. I found this on eBay about 15 years ago. I don't really remember what I paid, maybe about $30. As you can see, it's Super Radio. It's known for being, it's still in relatively good shape. I think if I ever get motivated, I could clean the knobs and the switches and it won't click and clack anymore. I mean, the reason why I think electronics break is mainly because people don't clean them. So, and there's nothing wrong with this radio, really. It's got a couple of scratches on it, but, not bad. The volume, the bass, the tone, the wideband switch, and on the side you've got the traditional big old tuning knob and the headphone jack, 1/8 millimeter headphone jack, and on the back you have the power cord. It's a durable power cord. I can never get it to fold into the battery compartment. I don't know how to do that. I'm not very good at that. And then it's got where you can plug or screw in, like, I think 300 ohm, like an FM external antenna and AM external antenna, for those that are into that. It takes 6 D-size batteries. I bought mine at the Dollar Tree. I'm not gonna pop that open, but it takes 6, because you can get those sunbeams or whatever they are for $1, and you get 2 D-size in a pack, and it has a fairly long antenna. So without further ado, this is at the very beginning of the dial. Here's
difficulty of finding high quality
the right wing station, WIND AM 560. I don't listen to that anymore. I don't know what they do on there. It's all that hate talk. Here would be,
For the better part of 40 years, Kent Pavelka has been calling Husker Sports on the radio. In our latest J-Tech Originals podcast,
oh wow, this might be the station from Omaha.
we'll take you through his life and legacy. Passion, preparation, pride. The Kent Pavelka story offers not only fascinating insight into the glory days of Husker athletics, but the man who is...
That's AM 590 from them.
Check it out on Huskers.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
In football, there is no
KSXP or KXSP in Omaha. It used to be WOW back up until the late 90s, and then they had to flip the call letters. But wow, we're getting AM 590 from Omaha. And that's a 5,000 watt station, 24 hours a day. And now we got like 600 KTMJ, WTMJ.
What brought them through? Whether it was Snoop Dogg or Sinbad, what brought them? Were they traveling?
640. That used to be in Michigan. Then they moved it to the south suburbs a couple of years ago. And here's WSN-SM from Nashville.
Into bigger games.
Here's a sports channel.
Just a little bit more of
the score.
And I know
Out there at 8-0.
Here's WWL
7-0.
from Cincinnati.
And Alabama 6-0. We know how dominant. So cool.
Here's WGN
Come through today.
Chicago.
Chicago Bears and Fenton High School, which is in Bensonville, right by O'Hare.
WSB AM 750. Here's AM 740 from Toronto. It's Bachman or Guess Who.
They're going to give them free health care, Medicare.
Oh, shut up. I can't stand these right-wing blowhard. I can't stand these.
excellent.
Here's WGN.
These damn fools.
Oh, shut up. I hate these. You know, I hate these angry old white men, these angry old crotchety, bitter, right-wing ass Republicans. I'm sick of those people. Here's WBBM. 800. 820, the CPT, they're on their night transmitter.
Quite a lurid backstory to her. If anybody wants to go back.
That's licensed to Willow Springs, and their transmitter is out by Joliet somewhere.
More left wing than Elizabeth Warren. More left wing than
Oh, shut up.
than Bernie Sanders.
Oh, good grief. You know, you crotchety old lefty or right-wingy old nasty man.
These battles going on.
Oh, shut up. That's WHAS.
No bound.
That might even be, I don't know. Here's a French-Canadian station from either Ottawa or Montreal or somewhere. See, yeah, this is running on battery power, so I don't have all that RF interference.
I'm suggesting that
Here's another AM hate-mongering station, WLS, and an old man, you know, what's his name? Mark Levin. Some of these miscellaneous things, you don't know what they are. Here's 950, relevant radio. Oh, I don't like that stuff. Here's more mumbo jumbo. Here's MVP.
He went on to rush for 100 Central Catholics, a sixth in that pursuit of a championship coming to a close. And we'll take a look.
This is probably like KDKA Pitts. Yep, it is.
Game tomorrow evening between Pine Richland and again. Delivered touchdowns in the last two games.
This is probably WHO from Des Moines. It's not, yeah, it is. You're not going to get BZ over here unless you turn the radio around. And I've got it on the narrow. 1060. Here's a South Suburban radio station. 1080.
To spread entertainment purposes.
Here's the station from Cleveland.
$3 at the
1100 WTAM.
The Buccaneers -5.
In terms of distortion of facts.
Did that shock you, and should it shock Democrats, or shock them into a way of thinking about the
This might be
movement differently, or
KFAB in Omaha.
approach policy or messaging differently?
Well, I think that this country needs a lot of healing, and I think we need listening. And so, you know, I listened to a lot of the reporting over the last week, and one interview really stuck with me. It was a woman I think she was in Georgia, and she voted for Trump, but she really liked Joe Biden's speech that he just gave because he cited Ecclesiastes. And in Joe's speech where he talked about there's a time to be born, a time to die, you know, that very beautiful lyrical passage that we read often.
It's time to kill and a time to die. Time to meet your maker. Oh, this is like a religious, I don't know.
And you're right, Texas.
Some of this might be Milwaukee.
3 and verse 16.
Here's a religious channel.
Peace himself give you peace always by all means.
Mumbo jumbo.
Rural areas.
So I think this is going to have a pretty massive impact. I mean, in the sense that the three big impacts of working from home, two of them we've covered. One is it's going to likely to raise effectively inequality. That's bad.
I think this is 1240.
Employees love it, and it turns out to be more productive if we can.
This is 1200. 1240.
Suburbs and rural areas. So
local Chicago brokered station.
By the name of Greg Koukal, Koukal.
And that book focuses specifically on one set of techniques that would be mastered of.
Now, I actually think that's a really good thing. It's pushing down on rents and apartment prices. So
Thank you, Patrick. I really appreciate it.
There's a Polish station. There's some noise. Polka channel.
And can you call them anytime? At GenCare Senior Medical Center, their specialty is caring for seniors.
Międzynarodowym prawem jazdy, które my załatwimy te sprawy działają. Również, proszę Państwa.
First to be celebrated, and Genesis Diamonds is helping you make it happen with their largest sale ever next weekend, November 20th through the 22nd.
Also had 5 tackles apiece. Brogan Mackay was excellent tonight. He was 25 for 39 for over 2.
Beating it, but this go around, absolutely evil.
AM 1590 WCGO, which is all kind of just right-wing crap on a local level anymore. It sucks.
I think it's wonderful that John Boyd.
Now we're into expanded AM. We don't get WVON at night. Oh, yeah, now we do. Here's WVON.
Okay, it was a supreme insult at one point. But now it's written.
And that's your AM dial. So, yeah, it gets crowded on AM, but hope you enjoyed that video.